Juan, it is an absolute pleasure to be here at Regenesis. Let me tell you, I've been hearing all about stem cell, and I'm dying to know, what is stem cell? Where do I get it? And more importantly, I'm 52 years old and I have a torn meniscus, and I've heard you're the expert in stem cell.
So yeah, stem cells are miraculous in so many ways. They're the building blocks of life.
Ah,
They are the cells that actually build and develop a human when we're born, and what really helps us fight every single disease and all the
right.
injuries. It's what rebuilds the body.
Mhm.
The analogy that I like to use is when you get a paper cut.
Right.
When you get a paper cut, you start bleeding a little bit.
Sure.
Everybody knows what that's like.
Right.
And the first few hours you bleed. A few hours later, the bleeding stops. And a couple days later, you get a
Mhm.
scab until the skin basically heals completely.
Mhm.
Well, what's at work there are the stem cells.
So, when it comes to a person's body or the person's age, how does the stem cell affect the age in the body?
The From person to person, the stem cells are exactly the same. If you would look at it from a microscope standpoint,
Mhm.
they would look exactly the same. What's different is the age. The younger the person is, the better the stem cells are. So in my case, I'm 51 years old. If I get my own stem cells, my stem cells are a lot older. They don't have the amount of potency in order to heal
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
So that's why older people have a harder time healing than younger people.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. If I was to do this process in the States, what's that process like?
Well, in the States, you can only use your own stem cells.
Oh,
So your own stem cells have the limitation that are in lesser quantity and
mhm.
they're older stem cells.
Okay.
And you normally would have to go through two procedures. The way that that works is you'd have to go into your bone marrow, which
Mhm.
normally is taken out of the hip, extract the bone marrow,
Right.
and then put it in that in a centrifuge. The centrifuge will spin it and will separate the hemoglobin from the plasma.
Right.
And then out of the plasma, you have some concentration of stem cells that are injected back in the body. So you have to go through two procedures, and at the same time, you'd have a limitation on the potency of those cells because of the fact that they're coming from the person's own body.
That's
What makes us different is the fact that we extract our stem cells from umbilical cords.
wow.
We don't take it from the baby and we do not take it from the mother. We take it from the umbilical cord in the middle that's normally discarded. That umbilical cord has something inside called the Wharton's jelly.
Mhm.
Inside Wharton's jelly is the most concentrated stem cells that are or biologically designed to heal and develop the human being. And that's where we take these cells from. So those basically are cells that are day zero cells. Instead of, in my case, 51-year-old cells,
Right.
you're talking about day zero cells. And we use in a higher quantity of cells,
Right.
and at the same time, we have more potent cells.
So when this relates to my right knee with the meniscus, if I was to do this, what would the process be like? How long would it take to recover? And what could I expect?
Our treatments are very holistic. We don't only going to address the knee. So what we do is we determine exactly how many stem cells. Our medical team will get together and we'll determine how many stem cells are required in order to heal the tissue that you have. And we'll do direct injections in the meniscus. We'll also do a systemic infusion of stem cells that be able to travel throughout your entire body and will be able to find inflammation, find damaged cells, and regenerate those cells. Additional to that, we have something called the hyperbaric chamber.
Oh,
The hyperbaric chamber, it is basically a capsule where you will be pressurized and the level of oxygen will go into 98%. The air that you and I are breathing right now is 21% oxygen. So going up to a 98% oxygen environment and at the same time pressurized will help all your cells be more alive.
Mhm.
The stem cells that we're going to be injecting into you will be more efficient. It will have an enormous effect in your brain and in basically all your organs.
Wow. So I'll be brand new.
Well, you'll be a lot newer, basically. So it is a process that takes several days.
Right.
It's not just a one office visit.
Okay.
It takes over several days.
Okay.
But within those several days, you'll do infusions. You'll go in through the hyperbaric chamber and really have biological material in you that'll help you not only recover from your knee injury, but it'll help you feel better. It'll help you feel younger. Any stress that you might have internally due to aging, it'll help you recover from that. It'll help you heal.
Juan, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you sharing your expertise, your insight, and more importantly, really breaking down the process of stem cell and how it's really the future of anybody's health. I'm definitely very interested in moving forward and working with you and your team.
Well, I'm looking forward to
I
having you
really
as a
appreciate
patient.
it.
Thank you.